sentence.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of new work. Let's move on to reading.
Reading.
Uh-huh. Okay, so get your reading book and open to lesson 39, page 235.
Lesson
And
agree?
lesson 39, page 235, headword is sure.
Okay. Sure.
Hmm.
What's your name? My name's Shinya. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. How many ears have you got? I've got 2 ears. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure.
Hmm.
Pig, cow, sheep, chicken, horse, animal, farm, field. Do you live on a farm? No, I don't live on a farm. Name some animals we can see on a farm. On a farm, we can see pigs, cows, sheep, chickens, and
Horses.
horses. And which of those animals live in fields? Cows, sheep, and horses live in fields. What's the plural of sheep? The plural of sheep is sheep.
Hmm.
Peace. Is there peace between all the countries of the world at the moment? No, there isn't peace between all the countries of the world at the moment.
Very good.
Measure quantity.
Quantity. Very good.
Can we measure exactly the quantity of water in the sea? No, we can't measure exactly the quantity of water in the sea. Necessary. Is it necessary to study a lot if we want to learn a subject well? Yes, it's necessary to study a lot if we want to learn a subject well. Pay, cash, credit card, waiter, waitress. When you have a meal in a restaurant, do you generally pay by cash or by card? When I have a meal in a restaurant, I generally pay by card.
Very good. And who takes
And
the card?
who takes the
The
money
card?
from uh who takes the card from you? The waiter or waitress takes the card from me.
Very good.
Big, little, Switzerland. Instead of the words large and small, we can use the word big and little. What word can we use instead of the words large and small? We can use the words big and little instead of the words large and small.
Hmm.
Generally, we use small instead of little to form the comparative and
Superlative.
superlative. We say smaller and smallest, and not littler and littlest, because they are easier to pronounce. Do we generally say litter and littlest? No, we don't generally say littler and littlest. What do we use instead? We use smaller and smallest instead. Why? Because they are easier to pronounce. Is Switzerland a bigger country than India? No, Switzerland isn't a bigger country than India. It's a smaller country. Is this a little room we are in? Yes, there is a little room we are in. No, this isn't a little room we are in. It's a big room.
Hmm.
Alone. Which street do you walk along when you go home? I walk along
ABC.
ABC Street when I go home.
Very good.
If I want to go from here to the station, must I go along
ABC
uh
Street.
ABC Street? Yes, if you want to go from here to the station, you must go along ABC Street.
Hmm.
Is there a wide line along the road from here to the next town? Yes, yes, there's a white line along the road from here to the next town. Way, a long way. Which is the quickest way to the station from here? The quickest way to the station from here is to go along ABC Street.
Very good.
Do you know the way from here
To
to
Tokyo?
Tokyo by road? Yes, I know the way from here to Tokyo by road. No, I don't know the way from here to Tokyo by road. Which is the best way to remember something very well? The best way to remember something very well is to repeat it often. What's the best way to learn a language? The best way to learn a language is to study a lot and repeat, repeat, and repeat.
Mhm.
Tell me the name of country that's a long way from yours. The name of a country that's a long way from mine is Brazil. How often? How often do you come here? I come here once a week. How often do you go to the supermarket? I go to the supermarket about once a week.
Mhm.
How often do we leave? We only leave once. How often do you message your friends? I message my friends every day.
Mhm.
Healthy,
Omar, health.
health, health, healthy, unhealthy, fresh, chips, salad. Is it good for the health to eat fresh fruit and vegetables? Yes, it's good for the health to eat fresh fruit and vegetables, which it is healthier to have with our lunch, chips or salad. Salad is healthier to have with our lunch than chips. Is it healthy to go to bed late every day? No, it isn't healthy to go to bed late every day. It's unhealthy to go to bed late every day.
Mhm.
Great, terrible, film,
Program.
program. Do you prefer going out when the weather's great or when it's terrible? I prefer going out when the weather's great. Tell me the name of a great film. The name of a great film is
Top Gun.
uh, Top Gun. Yeah,
Very
yeah, yeah.
good.
Now tell me the name of a terrible TV program. The name of a terrible TV program is
ABC program.
ABC program.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of reading. Let's move
Yeah.
on to revision. Okay,
Okay.
so let's start. Here we go. Which word can we use to mean our boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife? Which word can we use to mean our boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife? We can use
We
the
use
word
part
partner
dot partner
to mean our boyfriend,
to mean our boyfriend,
girlfriend,
girlfriend,
husband,
husband,
or wife.
and wife.
Vega, do you think it's okay to depend on our partner, on a partner for money? Do you think it's okay to depend on a partner for money? Yes or no?
No,
I don't think it's
I don't think
okay to
it's
depend
okay
on a
to
partner
depend on the
for
partner
money.
for money.
Very good. What can we use to make fire? What can we use to make a fire? We can use wood,
We can use
paper,
wood, paper,
coal, etc.
coal,
to
etc.
make a fire.
to make a fire.
What colors coal? What colors coal? Coal's black.
So back.
Very good. Do you have a fire at home in winter? Do you have a fire at home in winter? Yes or no?
No,
I don't have a
I
fire
don't
at
have a
home
fire at the
in
home
winter.
when in the winter.
Very good. Okay. What's the who's the richest person you know? Who's the richest person you know? Elon
Bill
Musk,
Gates,
Bill Gates is the richest
uh,
person
the richest person
I know.
I know.
Very good. Name me one of the poorest countries in the world. Name me one of the poorest countries in the world, please. let's say, ABC country
ABC
is
country
one of the poorest
is one of
countries
the poorest country
in the world.
in the world.
Very good. Do you like reading war stories? Do you like reading war stories? Yes or no?
Oh no,
I don't like
I don't
reading
like reading
war stories.
war story.
Do parents in your country read bedtime stories to their kids? Do parents in your country read bedtime stories to their kids? Yes or no?
Yes,
Parents
in
in
my
my
parents
country
in my country
read bedtime
read,
stories
read bedtime
to their
story
kids.
to the kids.
Very good. Can you express a very simple idea quite well in English? Can you express a very simple idea quite well in English? Yes, I can
Yes, I
express
can
a very
express
simple
a
idea
very simple
quite
idea
well in English.
quite well in English.
Very good. Do you think it's easier to express your thoughts in writing or in speaking? Do you think it's easier to express your thoughts in writing or in speaking? I think it's easier
Yes, it's easier
to express my
to express
thoughts
myself
in
in
writing or speaking.
writing.
Writing. Very good. Okay, what's the past of speak? What's the past of speak? The past of speak
The past
is
of speak
spoke.
is called
Spoke.
spoke.
Very good. Speak, spoke, spoken.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Next. Which language did we speak during the last lesson? Which language did we speak during the last lesson? We spoke
We
English
spoke
during
English
the last lesson.
during the last lesson.
Wait, what's the past of come? What's the past of come? The past of
The
come
past of
is
come
came.
is came.
What time did you come here last lesson? What time did you come here last lesson? I came here at
I came here at 7:30 a.m.
last lesson.
last lesson.
Very good. What? Okay, so what's the past of break? What's the past of break? The past of break
The past of
is
break
broke.
is broke.
Very good. Did you ever break an arm or a leg when you were a little child? Did you ever break an arm or a leg when you were a little child? Yes or no?
Yes,
I broke
I broke
which one? Arm or
my
leg?
my arm.
I very good. I broke an arm
I broke an
when
arm
I was a little
when I
child.
was a little child.
Very good. What did you wear yesterday? What did you wear yesterday? I wore
I wore
a
oh,
t-shirt,
suit
a suit yesterday.
yesterday.
Very good. Did I write anything on a piece of paper last lesson? Did I write anything on a piece of paper last lesson? Yes or no?
Yes,
You wrote something
you wrote something
on a piece of paper
on a piece of
last
paper
lesson.
last lesson.
Very good. Did you get any nice birthday presents last year? Did you get any nice birthday presents last year? Yes or no?
Yes,
I got some
I
nice
got some
birthday
nice
presents
birthday present
last year.
last year.
What time did you get up this morning? What time did you get up this morning? I got up at
I got up 7:30
this morning.
a.m. this morning.
Very good. Did we stand up after the last lesson? Did we stand up after the last lesson? Yes, we
Yes,
stood up
we stood up
after the last
after
lesson.
the last lesson.
Did the sun shine last week? Did the sun shine last week? Yes or no?
Yes,
The sun
the
shone
sun
last
shone
week.
last week.
Did you take any photographs during your last vacation? Did you take any photographs during your last vacation? Yes or no?
Ye-
I took
Yes,
some
I
photographs
took some photograph
during my last
during
vacation.
my last vacation.
Very good. Did you tell me your name when you started your course at this school? Did you tell me your name when you started your course at this school? Yes, I
Yes,
told you my name
I told you my
when
name
I started my
when I
course
started my
at
course
this school.
at the school.
Did anybody in your family drive a car last year? Did anybody in your family drive a car last year? Yes or no?
Yes, yes,
Somebody in my family
somebody family
drove a car
drove
last
a
year.
car last year.
Very good. Last lesson, did you remember all the new words from the lesson before? Last lesson, did you remember all the new words from the lesson before? No. Last
No,
lesson,
last
I
lesson.
didn't
I
remember
didn't
all the new
remember
words
all the new
from
words
the lesson before.
from the lesson before.
Some I remembered
Some I
and
remember,
some I forgot.
Someone I forgot.
Very good. What did you see in this classroom last lesson? What did you see in this classroom last lesson? I saw,
I saw. Uh,
I saw some books,
I saw some books.
a chair, some chairs,
Yeah, some chairs,
a table,
a
some
table,
pictures,
some
a
pictures,
clock
a
in
clock
that classroom
in the classroom.
last lesson.
Last lesson.
Very good. Where did you sit during the last lesson? Where did you sit during the last lesson? I sat here
I sat. I sat here
during the last lesson.
during the last lesson.
What did you eat for your lunch yesterday? What did you eat for your lunch yesterday? I ate some.
I ate some
What did you
uh,
eat?
steak
For my lunch yesterday.
for my lunch yesterday.
Very good. Did I give you a dictation last month? Did I give you a dictation last month? Yes, you gave
Yes,
me a
you gave
dictation
me
last
a
month.
dictation last month.
Very good. When did last season begin? When did last season begin? Last season
The
began
season
on the month of
began on the month of July.
July,
June, June,
June,
June.
June or
Yeah,
July. Very good. Okay. What did you drink with your breakfast this morning? What did you drink with your breakfast this morning? I drank some
I drank some water
with my breakfast this
with
morning.
my breakfast this morning.
Wait, how long did you sleep last night? How long did you sleep last night? I slept
I slept 7 hours
last night.
last night.
Did your parents pay for your clothes when you were a child? Did your parents pay for your clothes when you were a child? Yes.
Yes,
My parents
my
paid
parents
for my clothes.
paid my
What paid?
clothes,
Paid for my
paid
clothes
paid for my clothes
when I was a child.
when I was a child.
Very good. Okay. Are there any hills around your city? Are there any hills around your city? Yes or no?
Yes,
There are some
there are
hills
some hills
around my city.
around my city.
Very good. Do people generally laugh when they're happy or unhappy? Do people generally laugh when they're happy or unhappy? People generally
People
laugh
they laugh
when they're
when they are happy.
very good. Do you laugh when you watch comedies? Do you laugh when you watch comedies? Yes or no? I
Yes,
laugh when
I
I
laugh
watch
when I
comedies.
watch comedy.
Very good. When a friend meets us and says, "How are you?" "Hi, how are you?" What's a common way to reply? When a friend meets us and says, "Hi, how are you?" What's a common way to reply? When a friend meets
When a
us
friend
and
meet
says,
us and
"Hi,
says,
how are you?"
"Hi, how are
A
you?"
common way to
A
reply
common way to
is to
reply
say, "I'm
is
fine,
to say, "I
thanks."
am fine, thanks.
How are you?
How are you?"
Very good. What does the adjective fine mean in that sentence? What does the adjective fine mean in that sentence? The adjective fine
The adjective fine
means okay
means
or
okay,
all right
alright
in that sentence.
in that sentence.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of revision. Let's start numeric.
Yep.
Okay, so repeat enemy,
Enemy,
Britain.
Britain.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word enemy is a noun. It's the opposite of friend. Britain
Mm.
is another name for Great Britain or United Kingdom. For example, Britain and America weren't enemies during the Second World War. They were friends. Okay, so
Mm.
now let's practice. What's the opposite of the word friend? What's the opposite of the word friend? The opposite
The opposite
of the
of
word friend
the word friend
is
is
enemy.
enemy.
Very good. Were Britain and America or were Britain and the USA enemies during the Second World War? Were Britain and America enemies during the Second World War? No.
No,
Britain and the
Britain
USA
and USA
weren't enemies
were enemy
during the Second World War.
during the Second World
They
War.
were friends.
They were friends.
Very good. Next, repeat hungry.
Hungry,
Noise.
noise.
Very good. Okay, listen. So the word hungry is an adjective, it's a describing word. For example, my stomach is empty. I'm hungry. There is a lot of hungry people in some parts of the world today. The word noise is a noun. For example, my stomach makes noises when I am hungry. Let's practice. Are you hungry at the moment? Are you hungry at the moment? Yes or no?
Yes,
I'm
I'm
hungry at the
hungry
moment.
at the moment.
Are there a lot of hungry people in some parts of the world today? Are there a lot of hungry people in some parts of the world today? Yes, there
Yes,
are a lot of
there are a
hungry
lot of
people
hungry
in some
people
parts of the world
in some
today.
parts of the world today.
Does your stomach make noises when you're hungry? Does your stomach make noises when you're hungry? Yes, my stomach
Yeah,
makes
my stomach
noises
makes noises
when I'm hungry.
when I'm hungry.
Very good. Next, repeat. Fact.
Fact,
Historical.
historical,
Mathematical.
mathematical,
Geographical.
geographical.
Very good. Okay, listen, the word fact is a noun, while historical, mathematical, and geographical are adjectives. For example, 2 plus 2 equals 4. It's correct. It's a fact. It's a mathematical fact. Okay,
Hmm.
but we stop there for today.